everybody doing today? I'd like to welcome you. Pro One Promotions and Marketing Service LLC presents Tyrus L Thomas, and I am Tyrus L Thomas, the author of the book Open the Doors of Your Mind with Caution, the most positive person in the entire company. I want to welcome you to Success Through Attitude Revision, the Star channel. It's named after my daughter. So listen, I want you to be good here today. And I want you also to be good here today. And I hope this is how I find you. Today is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day, as they say in the neighborhood. You got the sun shining, and I kind of like that light coming in like that. I tried videoing at night one time, and I really just didn't like the whole setting, you know what I mean? But this is pretty good. I think so. What do you think? Hey, listen, www.pro1promotions.com. I need you to check that out for me. Pro One Promotions, they want to be your one-stop shop. They want to not only sell you products, but they also want to be your decorator. That means put your logo on the product that you purchase. Also, if you want to buy the book, Open the Doors of Your Mind with Caution, the most positive person in the entire company, written by me, Tyrus L Thomas, you may go to T.Y. Thomas Pro One. That's pro1.com. That's Ty. That's www.ty. T.Y. Thomas Pro. That's the number one.com. And you can buy the book there, or else you can go and you can get it off of Amazon.com. You can get an ebook, or else you can get a paperback. They have it for you. Just go to Amazon.com and you can just put in my name, Tyrus. That's Tyrus L Thomas, or Open the Door of Your Mind with Caution. That is the name of the book, title of the book. The book, yes. This is not me. This is me. Well, you know, today I want to ask you this here. How's your belief system? That's what I want to do. I want to ask you, how is your belief system? Do you know a lot of our beliefs actually starts with our parents? You know, that's where it's basically the foundation begins with our parents and our community. We go to school, we learn from our classmates and those that's in our inner circle. And as time goes on in our adulthood, we also learn from religious institutions, universities, the government. We adopt these opinions and these beliefs, and we put them in our lives, and our beliefs becomes our reality. So we think. You know, I was thinking about when I was like 17 and I was getting ready to graduate from high school, and I had no idea about college. And I went to my mother, and I was expressing this to my mother, and just telling Mom, I don't have no idea about college, where I'm gonna go. They talking about an ACT test and all of this here, and I never had. I mean, it was not discussed in my home. It was not. And my mom told me this. My mom said, Tyrus, if you finish high school, you done good. See, my mom felt that was enough, because then in her time it was enough. And then she had siblings that didn't finish high school. She finished, but she had some siblings, and she probably had some friends also that didn't finish. You know, and to talk about it, speak about it, my stepfather, he didn't finish either. I think he graduated in 10th grade. And my mom told me high school was enough. And that was her belief system. Now, I love my mom, and I know she loved me, and I know she only wanted the best for me, and to tell me things to make me feel good, you know, Just like they told you about the Tooth Fairy, just like they told you about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. Some of y'all still probably believe in Santa Claus and the Boogeyman. That was our belief system. They was building our belief system, and they didn't mean no harm, but they was only passing down information that they received. Now everybody, I understand, and I do understand that everybody didn't get the same information I got. But I'm talking about your belief system. Because we're talking about success through attitude revision. Always remember that. So I not only had a stepfather, but I had a biological father that I didn't know about. I mean, I never met. I didn't find out my stepfather was my stepfather until I was 12, and my biological father, I didn't meet him until I was 21 years old. And my stepfather didn't know that I knew that he was my stepfather. He didn't know until the age till I turned 16, and he tried to take me to get some driver's license. Well, he took me to get some driver's license. And I also want to say that my stepfather never called me his stepson. It was always his son. And so I'm only doing this to make reference and to differentiate between my stepfather and my biological father. Both of them had, their demographics were different. Their ideas was different. You know, they was two different men. Their belief system was different. So now I get to the point where I step outside one day and my stepfather is working on the car. And he was a jack of all trades, man. He could do anything. But anyway, he was working on the car, and he told me, he said, Tyrus, I heard that you want to go to college. I said, yes, sir. And I said, yes, sir, because he was, I mean, that's what he talked about. He was a construction worker, man. He had them big arms, too. I'm going to be honest with you. He didn't play. He did not play. So he asked me that question, and I told him, I said, yes, sir, I want to go to college. He said, Tyrus, what you want to take up? He said, take up. I said, business administration. And I said that proud and dignified, like I knew what I was talking about. And he looked me in my eye, and he said, Tyrus, what white man is going to let you run his company? What white man is going to let a black man run his company? Now, he wasn't insinuating that I wasn't smart enough. No, he wasn't insinuating that. He was going by his belief system. And his belief system created his reality in a prejudiced time. And I'm not, trust me, it was prejudice. It still exists. We all know that. But my father, he was brought up, of course, you know, in the days of the civil rights and everything, and he's only talking about his reality, his belief, what he know, what the government and society instilled in him. It embedded that in his head. And I thought about that, and that was the end of that conversation with me and him. But anyway, I take that same information back to my friends. And we sat around, we talked, and they said, oh, so what's up, man? I said, man, you know, I was telling my daddy, man, about going to college, man. I told him I want to take up business administration. He said, Tyrus, what white man is going to let you run his company? What white man going to let a black man run his company? And they're like, yeah, that's right, man. That's right. And that's my father, so he know best, right? He's older. He's wiser. And a few years later, also I never did take business administration. I did go to a technical school, but I didn't go to college, so I never did take that business administration. But years after that, I guess at the age of 21, I ended up meeting my biological father. Now, I thought he was a bum, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, what type of man would leave his, not even take ownership, not even do anything, not even visit, not even call, not even acknowledge, show acknowledgement to his son? Well, I thought he was a bum, but he pulled up in this little two-seater sports car. Well, I tell you what. Actually, I know what it was. A Burberry Otta, 1989, and he pulled up. He had just bought his. Well, it was brand new when he bought it, and he came by, and we hook up. We go and go somewhere and we talk. And y'all know the questions that I asked him, but these questions are not questions for this show. But this is one that I asked him, and you need to hear this. I said, so did you go to college? He said, yeah, I went to college. I said, hey, what you study in college? He said, business administration. He said, business administration. I said, business administration? He said, yeah. He said, I am the first black district manager for Walmart in Texas. Now, I'm not giving this man any props, okay? So don't get that twisted. But also, I understand that at the time when all this stuff went on, he was a younger man, and we make mistakes, man. I mean, come on. We make mistakes. I'm a grown man, so I mean, I understand. I realize what's going on, but I'm not giving him a pass or props for this. But what I want to say is that I had one father that told me, Tyrus, what white man is going to let a black man run his company? And I had another father that was actually running a white man's company, which he knew Sam Walton back then, and he dealt with Sam Walton. And not only was he running the company, but he was running on a high level. They had two different belief systems. What type of belief system you got? See, I was miseducated on a lot of these things, and I'm quite sure that there's some things that you've been miseducated on as well. If you take time and just really think about it, what's going on in your head? Did someone tell you that you can't do something? Did someone tell you that, hey, this is out of your reach? Or did you take that and you ran with it back to the neighborhood and you spread that miseducation, bad information to the rest of the people? What is it that got you stuck? What is it that keeps you from going to that next level that you want to go to? What is it that's slowing up the progress, that make you feeling like you're not successful, that's impeding your success? Listen, I got a lake that I go to, and actually I love watching the flow of the lake. It flows so smoothly. It's just a nice flow. It's very tranquil. It's very serene. I like watching the ducks. I like watching the geese. I like, in fact, I love all the aquatics that be there, the turtles. And here's this real skinny bird and everything. He's not related to me. And he got this long beak and these long legs. And he gets there and he positions himself in the water. He stand up like the fish don't know he's there, like a branch or something, and he feed off the fish. Apparently they don't know he's there. I'm glad to see him. I like seeing the bird, but I don't think the fish care for him too much. But anyway, this lake is so tranquil. And it's got the flow. You can see it flowing. You can see it flowing. It relaxes me. One day I went out there and it ceased flowing. It wasn't flowing. Not like it normally flows. And I realized that in that lake, it was some beavers in that lake. And these beavers had constructed a dam. They built a dam in the lake. And what happens when a beaver builds a dam? And the reason that a beaver builds a dam is because he wants to control the flow of water. And what happens is once this dam is constructed, it creates a pond. And this pond separates the beaver from the predators, because what happens is that the beaver builds on the other side of the pond or whatever. He builds his lodge, his home, his den, his nest, whatever you want to call it. It's called a lodge though, and he builds that. And it protects him. He has the dam to help control things. He has this pond that helps protect him. And he got his den right here, his home, his lodge. What's damming up your life? What's damming up your flow? I mean, let's do this. Just say that you had a failure. Say you had a failure and it changed the way you look at things. It changed your belief system. The dam is going to represent the failure. The pond is all that negativity that came after that. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. All the naysayers, all those that ridicule you, all that stuff that kept you from being the man or the woman who you truly meant to be. That's that pond. And guess what's protected over there? It's that beaver. And you know what that beaver is? That beaver is fear. So you got the dam as failure. The pond is all the negative stuff, the excuses. I can't do this. And behind there, the beaver is considered fear. What do you think the problem is? The dam or the beaver? The failure or the fear? And because all this negative stuff is in the middle of it, you don't look at the real problem. You don't look at the fear. You look at all the other stuff, the excuses that's in the pond. That I can't do that's in the pond. I'm comfortable like this, that's in the pond. So I'll tell you what happened. I decided, man, to go out there. I grabbed my shovel and I went out there and I started digging at the dam. And I started digging. I started breaking down those branches. I started breaking down that mud. I started breaking down those twigs and moving some of those stones. Yeah. And it was a struggle, man. It was tough. I promise you, man, it's tired. It's some tiresome work. But all of a sudden, there came a flow. And the water started flowing again. And it started flowing. It was slow flow. It's a slow flow because you got to understand. A beaver is like, they can get as big as 70 pounds, 60 pounds, about 3 feet tall or long, whatever. And you got this big tail. And so you ever heard busy like a beaver? So he's really worked to get this. He really worked. This failure has really worked to make me feel like I am not worthy of success. And so I kept breaking it down. I kept breaking it down. I kept doing the work on it. And all of a sudden it started flowing. All those excuses and stuff. All that negative energy, all that negativity, all that I can't do this because I'm working on this. I'm doing affirmations. I'm listening to positive videos. I'm reading positive books. And may I dare say, I'm praying, because I'm a spiritual person, so I'm praying to my Creator to help me with this. And as things start to flow, and when you break down a dam, listen to what I've been telling you. Here it comes. When you break down a dam, guess what? The beaver is going to come out, because he's going to see that he's lost control of that flow. So he's going to come out to rebuild the dam, to reconstruct this, to confirm that, hey, you ain't worthy. You can't do this. You're not the one. And this time he's going to try to build it stronger. The beaver is fear. Now, when that beaver come out to rebuild that dam, we got that beaver, and we're going to trap the beaver. See, we don't hurt animals, right? Right, we don't hurt animals. We're going to be humane, and we're going to trap the beaver. And we're going to put him in a cage, and we're going to send him to the animal shelter, the wildlife, or whatever happened, right? But when you break this dam down and you starting to realize about this failure and what's happened to your life because of this failure. And like I said, that beaver gonna come back out and try to reconstruct that dam. That fear is gonna raise its ugly head. And it's gonna try to terrify you. And it's gonna try to reconfirm. It's gonna give you some negative affirmations. You know, why you gonna try this? You too old. Why you gonna do this here? You didn't do well last time you attempt. You know, why you gonna try a new relationship? Why? Because you know what happened with that last relationship. Why? It's gonna try to make you sabotage all that goodness that you got in you, and all that success that you want to birth out. It's going to try to sabotage that. Well, you said Tyrus L Thomas. You gave a good talk. That's a good scenario. That's a good scene. I like the little story. But what about you say you're going to trap the beaver, but what about the fear? How are we going to do this? How are we going to deal with the fear? We're going to face it. That's the way you get rid of fear. That's the way you trap fear. That's the way you take out fear, is you face it. And you face it. And you realize that beaver, he's not bigger than you. And I'm going to tell you, that fear is not bigger than you. That failure, you know, it's like a stealth bomber. And a stealth bomber, if anybody knows, it's that fighting plane, and it has bombs. And it flies up under the radar. You've been that stealth bomber too long. It's time for you to drop the bombs. Drop the bombs. Are you afraid of that attention? Because those bombs gonna make a big bang, man, when you drop them. They're gonna make a boom when you drop them. Are you afraid to drop the bombs? Because you don't want that attention? Or are you more afraid of dropping the bombs because you're afraid you'll miss your target? Well, I got something to tell you. Tyrus L Thomas got something to tell you. Am I talking in third party? No. That stealth bomber is loaded with bombs. So it's okay if you miss. You got another shot. Yes, you do. You got another shot. Hey man, I am so I'm so pleased, man, and so happy just to be sitting here, man, and hopefully bringing positive information and bringing something, man, you can implement in your life. Don't forget the vowel system, man, because you're awesome, exciting, intelligent, outstanding, and unique. You are awesome, exciting, intelligent, outstanding, and unique. I am awesome, excited, intelligent, outstanding, and unique. Yes, I am. This has been Tyrus L Thomas. I ask you once again to check out www.pro1promotions.com. Check them out for their promotional products. And also, if you want the book, buy the book. Go ahead. Check it out. It's a good tool and everything. Oh, before I go, I want to read something for you. And this is what I want you guys to do. Y'all make this your pill. This is by Merriam-Williams. It's just a little short insert on chapter 10. And it's called The Imposter. It's the title of the chapter. But this little part I'm going to read is by Merriam-Williams. And Merriam-Williams wrote the poem, The Greatest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us, by Merriam-Williams. Listen, that's what it is, man. Let your light shine. You know, let your light shine, because when you do that, you give somebody else the permission to let theirs shine. That's the way that's the way this society is built, man. What one man can do, the next one can do. So, hey, you know, you stay together, stay good here, and stay good here. Get the book, Ty, that's T-Y, Thomas, Pro1, that's the number 1.com. And also you can go to Amazon and you get an ebook as well as the paperback and everything. Do that. Subscribe to my channel. I can't point and then you see a little logo. I haven't made advanced like that yet. But do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, because they told me that's what I need to do. And also, if you like it, hit the like button, as well as check out my other videos. I appreciate that, guys, and I want everybody to have a good one, and stay tuned for more.